Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your July 2024 general reading. We are looking at the first half of July, roughly the first couple of weeks. And this reading is for the water sign of Cancer. Welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. It's a great blessing to be able to do these videos, and you are part of that. So thank you so much. So this is for Cancer, first half of July 2024. If your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign is in Cancer, if you're cross-watching, it is also relevant. They're general readings, which means it may resonate a little differently for everyone who watches. Take what resonates for you, leave the rest. If you know any or all of your sign placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, watch those videos as well for any additional insight and perspective into your situation. Now, if something really does hit home, it really kind of hits you right, it resonates, and you'd like to perhaps take a deeper look at it, peel the curtains back a little bit, or you simply like the reading style. If you're interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, you can email me directly, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can also see that contact information by clicking on the description of this video. Email me and I'd be delighted to send you more information about the reading services I offer, and I can usually do that within the first 24 hours of contact. I do offer a pretty wide variety of readings in all areas of life, different types, lengths, styles, costs, spreads. I put something in there for everyone. So if you're interested, please email me. I'd be delighted to hear from you. All right, let's move forward and see what the first half of July looks like for Cancer. I'm also quite diligent with timely scheduling of personal readings too, if that's important to you. Okay, I am using the the Royal Deluxe Tarot by Cyril Marchetti, clarifying with the Bosch Tarot. Okay, Cancer. The High Priestess, intuition, having a sense of knowing already. With Justice, what is the right thing to do? You already have a pretty strong sense what is the right thing to do. And how it's going to affect the outcome as well, because Justice is that reap what you sow card, right? Meaning that the outcome of something is dependent on what you do or don't do, right? It's fair, it's equitable, it's even. So minimal investment, minimal outcome, moderate investment, moderate outcome, maximum investment, maximum outcome. If you do nothing, that's typically what the outcome is as well. But there's a sense of knowing here, right, of what you need to do, and perhaps what is the right and fair and ethical thing to do if some of you are in kind of a moral or ethical dilemma. We have the Four of Swords, taking a step back, rest and recuperation, kind of getting it all sorted in your head, charging up, kind of gearing up, the calm before the storm, so to speak, with strength, right? Strength implies that there's challenges that need to be faced. Those can be internal challenges, external challenges, a combination of both. Strength is having the strength, the courage, the wisdom, and the humility to face our challenges, our fears, our doubts, our insecurities, to walk through them, even when what we have to face is perhaps our own mistakes and character defects as well. So this is kind of a charging up, getting ready sort of energy. It feels like you know what you need to do, and what you need to do carries some challenges with it. What those challenges are, of course, are going to vary, and you're kind of taking a step back to kind of ramp yourself up for it here. Next, we have the Ace of Wands, and we're off and running. The Ace of Fire, a new beginning, exciting, enthusiastic, passionate, creativity, inspiration, the beginning of action, the spark that we hope, if we feed it, grows into a nice big flame. Feeding it means action, right? With the Chariot, wow, there's a lot of determined energy here, which the Chariot is, especially sitting next to Strength. It's a card of having a goal and succeeding and winning in that goal by overcoming challenges. And in order to do that, I mean, the Chariot is representative, right? You have to control the vehicle of the Chariot itself. Maybe the wheels are rickety. They want to go in different directions. The two horses want to go in different directions, right? You know where you want to get to. You know what your goal is. You know what you want to manifest. but it's not easy. You gotta pull everything together and make it go in one direction to kind of get you there. Marshaling your resources, staying focused, staying ambitious, not losing sight, not losing hope, not giving up, not slowing down, just powering through whatever you have to go through in order to have that success, to have what you want to manifest. Now, from very determined energy here at the end. Now, from the bottom of the deck for overall energy and focus is the Magician, which makes perfect sense because the Magician is the entrepreneur, the manifester of the tarot, and he or she has worked long and hard to get there too, because the Magician started off as just a kid, just a lowly apprentice, right? Wanting to learn. Well, after a long road of trial and error and success and failure, the Magician is now at a place where he knows how to manifest what he wants, meaning how to turn what's in his head and in his heart into physical reality, because he's learned how to control all the four elements: earth, air, fire, water, and there's also spirit as well for the fifth one, meaning, and what those elements represent, right? Earth, air, fire, water, right? It represents intellect. For air, the suit of swords. Fire, drive, passion. That's the suit of wands. Water, emotion, feeling, emotional stability, balance, and intelligence. That's water. That's the cup cards. And the actual physical work, the nose to the grindstone work, the earth energy, that's pentacles. Well, the Magician has learned how to make all of that work for himself. He knows it's not enough to just think good thoughts and manifest by concentrating mentally and emotionally. That's part of it. But then you also have to take all your knowledge, skills, tools, and resource and put your physical self into it to manifest what you want as well. That's the whole fundamental energy of this reading here, Cancer, is manifesting something that you want. And you want it badly enough that you're willing to overcome whatever challenges you need to be smart, to kind of pull everything together, to focus it in the direction you want it to go. Pulling things together means a variety of things. It means that making what you want to actually happen, you need to make your actions match that, right? Your actions and your choices match that. For example, if you wanted a different job because you don't like the one that you're in, or it doesn't pay you enough, or whatever, or with a relationship or any situation in your life, you're not in a place where you feel happy. It's not enough just to have mental and emotional focus about it. That's part of the manifestation process. But that's not all of it. And then you have to make your choices and actions also match that, which means that you have to cut out or create boundaries with people, places, and situations that aren't supportive in the direction you want to go in. And you have to take smart and practical action towards what you want to accomplish. If you want a new job, it's not enough just to think about it and want it. That's part of the energetic manifestation of it. But then you actually have to fluff up your CV, your resume, send it out there, sign up with recruitment agencies, go on interviews. You have to do all of that. That's part of the manifestation process too. And when you do all of those things, everything's focused, or every choice, every decision is focused in some way of getting you to where you want. That's when you succeed. And this is very determined energy. And I think for many of you, whatever situation this is, it's very significant and profound to you, because out of 7 cards, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards out of 7. Right? So we see here with Justice and the High Priestess that your intuition, your connection to the divine, is telling you what needs to happen here. The 4 of Swords and Strength. Okay, taking a step back. It's kind of like the calm before the storm, the night before the race, the night before everything starts, the night before you start the new job or go out there, or whatever it is, right? It's kind of marshaling your strength, figuring out the plans that you need to make, the lessons you've learned from perhaps choices or mistakes in the past, and then you're taking all of that and you're charging out. I mean, that's kind of the fundamental energy of this whole reading. It's beautiful energy too. Let's clarify a little bit. Overall energy, the Magician. The World, yeah, bringing something to conclusion, a pretty significant life cycle coming to an end so that you can start a brand new one. Last major arcana card in the tarot, it's a card of graduation, leveling up and moving on. Six of Cups, Nine of Cups. It's interesting because this reading, Cancer, is a little bit like Leo's, and I often pick up, I think, the energy of some of you who are on that Cancer Leo cusp here, because they also got the Six of Cups and the Nine of Cups, which is your efforts are going to come to fruition. Something maybe returning, could be a person, place, situation, or an idea or a dream you had from before, returning to something that you really loved. Home is where the heart is, you know. Manifesting something maybe from the past or something from childhood, a job, a career path, a project, a relationship, something. So that you can do something or have something you've always wanted to have. The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Fire, charging out there to get it done. Very determined energy here to manifest. High Priestess and Justice. The Two of Pentacles, the Chariot again, and the Nine of Swords. So you know, I think the difficulty and challenge here in the Chariot, because we have the Chariot twice, which the Chariot, by the way, is a card of success. But it's a card of success through sheer determination, perseverance, and willpower, and kind of pulling all of those things together to marshal it in one direction, you know, making decisions that you're not going to give up. You're just going to go until you get it, until you win. The challenge, I think, the largest challenge in that Chariot card, I think, is the Nine of Swords here, which is a card, you know, swords are governed by air, which governs our mind, so it's mental energy. This is a card of kind of your fears hijacking your mind and your head being your own worst enemy, right? The Nine of Swords is somebody who focuses obsessively on everything that could go wrong. I mean, we have to have a smart plan, right? But the Nine of Swords is somebody who builds it up in their head. They almost get paralyzed by fear. Well, what if this happens? And what if that doesn't happen? And what if? And it's almost this paralyzing energy. It doesn't even meet the external reality of the situation. It's because it's so huge and horrible in your head, right? It's fear of an unknown future, you know, obsessive negative worry. Don't do that. That looks to be your biggest challenge here, because it prevents us from making decisions to move in the right direction out of fear. Fear of consequences, fear of sacrificing and then not being able to have what you want, and then what do you have then? I mean, you know, all the negative thoughts that play in our head that are based on fear to keep us where we're at because it's safe. Even if we don't like it, at least we know it, right? The Ace of Wands again. Strength again. The High Priestess again. Yep. Taking time, marshaling your strength. You know what you know, and you know what you need to do moving forward. All right. Let's end with advice, guidance, feedback from Spirit. And I'm kind of getting a sense of lessons learned here too. Lessons from the past. You'll definitely do better this time around. Oh, too many cards. All right. Advice, guidance. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is leaving, turning your back on, because you have the Nine of Cups, which is wish granted, wish fulfilled. But in the preceding card, you have to leave something in order to go out there and find it, find your wish fulfillment. So here in the Eight of Cups, now those Eight of Cups may represent something that you maybe originally thought was going to be your Nine of Cups, your wish granted, your hopes fulfilled. But it's either run its course, it's turned out to be different than what you thought it should be. This is a card about turning your back and walking away from something which is no longer in your best interest, no longer in your higher good, in order to energetically open up that space to bring in your Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment. And that can be challenging and sometimes painful, because it can represent making temporary sacrifices. Knight of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. This is, and you already have the Knight of Wands. I mean, again, very determined energy. Knights are the movers, the manifestors of the tarot. We have the Knight of Swords here, which is a smart knight. He's very action-oriented. He's fast. He's decisive, but he goes out there with a smart plan. The Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Earth, who is very cautious, detail-oriented, gets the job done, doesn't cut corners, does all the work, one foot in front of the other, my steady Eddie, I like to call him. And the Seven of Cups, opening up multiple options, possibility, and potential. This is manifesting what you want by doing all the right steps, not only here and in here, but in your actual actions as well. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Cancer. Those are your messages for the first half of July. I hope you found them helpful, useful, hopeful. This is a very bright, very determined reading. Challenges in it, of course, but isn't that life? So I hope that in that sense it was helpful for you, Cancer. Again, if this really did resonate with you, if it hit home and you'd like to take a deeper look, pull the curtains back on it a bit, or you simply like the reading style, if you're interested in a personal reading with me for yourself as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me directly, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can see that contact info by clicking the description of this video. I would be delighted to hear from you and even more delighted to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the July mid-month readings. Stay safe, stay well. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.